Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up
throwing. Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Cowboys, first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Dallas.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8.
Yeah, here we go. Let's party.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, 37 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Cowboys 8, Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Tonight, hey, Ozzy, tonight, report, hey,
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jackson going to keep it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
DC, ready? Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot!
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Yeah.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And some strong running. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Back at the 15-yard line.
Prescott. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion and Overshow. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take one.
Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be
Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Alpha, sit on. 180, sit on.
Jackson now.
Now we're into the hands of Flowers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Hey, 25-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw here. Throwing out left and finding Likely.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
180.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
they're back within 8. It's 15-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 15, Ravens 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
Prescott from the gun on third. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down. And that should be that.
And when you have success throwing the football,